Hello everybody. So, 2 months ago I made a video where I ranked all the 12 Sonic Game Gear games. Towards the end of that video, I said I wanted to see all the games put in a remastered collection, and, what do you know, as of the day I'm recording this, the Sonic Origins Plus trailer has just been released. And in the trailer, it was revealed that all 12 of the Game Gear games are going to be playable in Sonic Origins Plus. I personally am really excited for this DLC, so I thought today I'd take a minute to just speculate and look through all the new information we have about it from the trailer. So, with that, let's get started. The first two things we see, and probably the least exciting things, are the introduction of Knuckles the Echidna being in Sonic CD, along with some new challenge modes. It's cool that Knuckles is finally playable in Sonic CD, but I feel like he kinda should have just been there when Sonic Origins released. As for the challenge modes, those are also cool I guess, but I don't know, I just don't find them that interesting. However, the next thing on the list is definitely something worth talking about, that being the introduction of a brand new playable character, Amy Rose. Now, before this trailer was released, I saw a lot of people speculating that she would be playable, and they were right. This was a really good move by Sega, seeing as they could have just put Mighty and Ray in. I mean, they already had all the assets, the moveset, but instead they decided to make a completely new character. From what I can tell, her ability is mostly just spinning her hammer around and destroying everything nearby, kinda like the Insta-Shield. Though this also gets me thinking what they're going to do when she finally gets the 7 Chaos Emeralds in the game. I mean, we might finally get a Super Amy, which I'm pretty sure was confirmed to not be a thing of the past. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I kinda wonder what they're going to do for a Hyper form. But yeah, so, Amy Rose, 2 thumbs up for me, and let's look on to the next thing. Okie dokie, it's finally time to It's finally time to talk about the thing that made me record this video, and that is the 12 Sonic Game Gear games. And yes, all 12 of them are here. The good, the bad, and the downright atrocious. So, first off, it kinda confuses me that they've got some of the Game Gear demakes, but not the actual Genesis versions. Like, why do you have Mean Bean Machine 8-bit, and what's it called? The Spinball, Sonic Spinball. Why do you have these two games for the Game Gear versions, but not the Genesis ones? That aside, this is amazing. These games never get acknowledged by Sega. Like, never. If these games were like toast, then Sega would have put them in the downstairs fridge and forgot about them. And now, here they are, taking that toast out of the fridge and reheating it for a new audience. That was a very weird metaphor. But, yeah. All 12 Game Gear games are here in full. From the looks of it, seeing as they aren't full screen, it seems like they're just going to be emulated rather than being remasters, and I am not about to complain about this, just the fact that they're here is enough. It would be kind of insane if they remastered all 12 of them. I mean, that's kind of a lot. But my big question is whether or not they're going to give them the animated cutscenes that they gave the rest of the games in Origins. Those were one of the best parts of the main game, so it would be really cool if they did give them to the Game Gear games. I mean, I don't think they will. If they actually decide to give animated cutscenes to all 12 of these games, I will literally learn to juggle. I'm making that promise right now, but yeah. All 12 Game Gear games, another 2 thumbs up from me. This is crazy. Very glad to see them again, and let's move on to the final part of this. The final part of this DLC, which isn't even technically part of this DLC, is probably the most important, at least to me. You see, I'm one of those crazy people called a game collector, and as such, I usually don't buy games that don't get a physical copy. However, finally, Sonic Origins is getting a physical copy with the DLC built in, kind of like Sonic Mania Plus. Did I say built in? Anyway, so yeah, a physical copy, along with a release date of June 23rd this year. I am very excited for this to be released. Between this and the Sonic Frontiers DLC that dropped just yesterday, I can see why Sonic Team is calling this a sequel to 2022. I mean, heck, next year is when the Sonic Movie 3 is eventually released, so it might be a bit dangerous to say this, and I might end up regretting it later, but I can confidently say, at least for now, that I am excited for everything Sonic related that's coming up so far. So, that's all I have to say. If you liked this video, please leave a like. If you feel like commenting, please comment. And with that, I will see you all in the next one.